In this video, we're going to talk about the free agents that the Giants signed that were not drafted in the draft. Guys like Tommy DeVito, and this video starts right now. New York Giants made 7 picks in the 2023 NFL Draft, 3 of which were offensive players and 4 that were defensive players. They're not done adding rookies. As you know, we had the rookies minicamp the past 2 days, which presents opportunities for players who did not hear their names called over the weekend, this is last week, to prove themselves deserving of a spot just via a different avenue. The Giants will be scouring the market for more talent and fits, and they have done that already, agreeing to terms with players and extending invitations to their rookie minicamp that they're having this weekend, and a quest to find their next Victor Cruz or Rich Sobert, or current players such as linebackers Tomon Fox and defensive lineman Ryder Anderson, both of whom earned a place on the team traveling the undrafted route. Here is a partial list of the Giants' undrafted free agents you can follow who the team signed or shows interest in. Number 1, Tommy DeVito, quarterback from Illinois. The former Don Bosco star and Cedar Grove native who played at Syracuse, eventually Illinois, has agreed to terms on a UDAFA deal with his hometown team. The Giants did not have a quarterback on the roster beyond Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor, so there's a chance DeVito can earn a role as an offseason builds toward training camp. The NFL draft will change the fate of every individual that's drafted and the future of all the 32 NFL franchises. A lot of fans are hoping that we watch the next batch of stars making plays for their favorite team. With evaluating every player, you need to know this draft season so that you're not surprised to see unheralded rookies making their mark. I'm going to read you a part of Tommy DeVito's scouting report. DeVito began his career at Syracuse in 2018, playing sparingly across 7 games. He peaked in 2019 as a sophomore, starting 12 games and completing 63.2% of his passes for 2,360 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He started only 7 more games for the Orange due to a leg injury in 2020 and was benched for Garrett Schrader after starting 3 games in 21. He transferred to Illinois under Brett Bielema for his 5th season and made an immediate impact in the heavy run offense alongside start back Chase Brown. DeVito completed a career best 69.6 percentage points of passes. Let me skip a little bit. DeVito tried to return to Illinois for 2023, but his waiver to play a 6th season was denied. This is probably best for his stock as a player. He's going to turn 25 in August. And 24 is generally about the oldest age at which teams would like to invest in a rookie. That's kind of old. He's up there. He's getting up in age. He's no spring chicken. Here are his strengths. A smart passer who doesn't put the ball in dangerous spots, avoids turnovers and costly plays without being overly cautious, keeps the offense on schedule by delivering passes in rhythm, showed consistent accuracy and comfort when throwing to his first read with half-field reads. Doesn't hesitate to throw a pass when he sees an open receiver, has a quick reaction time, and doesn't second-guess whether he wants to make a decision. Was comfortable throwing beyond the first down mark on conversion downs as opposed to taking the first check down possible. Has more mobility than his numbers showed, capable of getting outside of the pocket or run through lanes if he has to, but wants to throw the ball. Now, we know the Giants like to have their quarterback be mobile. Strong arm is capable of delivering accurate passes 50-plus yards down the field. Velocity on short intermediate passes is solid when feet are aligned. Gutsy performer will take a hit and pop back up. Has visibly positive emotional responses that can be infectious. Experience in both a vertical air raid offense and a run-based offense will help him adjust to the NFL. Well, that's what the Giants are trying to do. They're trying to have a situation where they have more balance with their offense. They're very, run-oriented. Areas to improve, weaknesses. his arm isn't strong enough to overcome a breakdown in mechanics. There's a clear wobble on passes he doesn't drive into, which could also be a sign of having small hands. You don't want to have small hands. Adopted more of a sweeping pass motion that zapped velocity but increased release speed. This led to overthrows and missing open targets. Lack of speed and explosiveness makes him a functional runner, but not one who can be relied upon to pick up more than a few yards on a scramble. Asking him to roll out more than a few steps will put him at risk of being chased down. That's not good either. Lack of full field reads limits his ability to reliably process at a high level early in his career. Neither offense he played in asked him to make complex reads. Doesn't have high-end traits, likely cementing him as a developmental backup who can manage a basic offense to keep the chains moving. So he might be a guy that's on the practice squad. He might be a guy that sticks around a year or two, but may not have much of a future. His overall value, he could bring value as a third quarterback and eventually a backup as his mechanics become more consistent. It's uncommon to find someone with DeVito's toughness and willingness to throw beyond the sticks who's also accurate enough to win in the short game. Here are some other names and some other players that were signed by the Giants as undrafted free agents. I hope I can get this first name right. Habakkuk Baldonado, an offensive linebacker from Pittsburgh. Baldonado had 9 sacks 2 seasons ago, but missed 3 games because of injury last year. He was born in Rome, Italy, not New York. Bryce Ford-Wheat, which I did a video on, I'll put the link in the description, and you can watch that. That video did really well. You need to watch that. Deontay Johnson, an inside linebacker from Toledo. Johnson had 109 total tackles last season, including 8 tackles for loss. He impressed scouts at the Hula Bowl. Gemon Green, a cornerback from Michigan. Listed at 6'2", 186 pounds in Michigan last year, Green appeared in 42 games with 24 starts during his career. He found himself in unwanted headlines when he and a teammate were attacked while in the stadium tunnel by opposing players at the Wolverines game against Michigan State. Oh, that's not good. Troy Brown, a linebacker from Ole Miss, 6'4", 220-pound, started his college career at Central Michigan before transferring to Ole Miss as a fifth-year senior. Brown moves well laterally and can push for a job on special teams in addition to filling a depth role on the inside. Rookie camp invitees, guys they invited. Hazik Daniels, a quarterback running back from Air Force. Daniels is an interesting invite to Giants rookie camp this past weekend as a productive quarterback from New Jersey is expected to work as running back. In 31 games at Air Force, he threw 17 touchdowns and rushed for 1,726 yards and 22 touchdowns. He's a Franklin native who played in high school ball at St. John Vianney. Zach Gill, defensive lineman from Temple. Gill participated in the Giants' local pro day earlier this month. He was a 6-year defensive lineman this past year after joining Temple as a transfer from North Carolina in 21, but a torn Achilles tendon sidelined him for that entire season. Tariq Milton, wide receiver from Texas. Milton caught 101 passes for 1,559 yards. He also brings special teams potential as a returner, having averaged 10.9 yards per punt return with the Longhorns. So as a Giant fan, I wish all these guys luck. I mean, they have, the odds are against them, but the odds do, go in their favor. They play hard. This is what they have to do. Do what they have to do, and they have a shot to make the Giants or any other team that might be interested. So please subscribe to the Football Hut. I'll have more videos like this. Thank you, and I'll see you later.